Well, hello there, Closer Nation. If you were caught up in the earlier fiasco, somehow the old live stream just died on me and said, you know what, Ryan, forget you. We're just going to pass out on you. So I'm going to teach this lesson again. So let's start off with this. If you haven't gone over and got your pack of closer cards, you need to make sure that you do so. Go over to closercards.com. Make sure you get your pack closer cards. And check this out, man. This is coming soon. These are called closer clips. I guess it helps if you hold it the right way. These are called closer clips. They go on the back of your phone so you can put your fingers through it. So when you're on that phone call, you know you're a closer, right? You just slide on in, right? You just slide right up in. You can text with it too. You just slide right into the DM after you slide your finger through the closer clip here. And they're awesome. I love mine. It actually makes everything a lot easier to hold on to. So make sure that you go over to closercards.com and go ahead and order this right now. Right now. Well, not right now. Watch the video first. And then just know that we're coming out with these soon. I got a whole drawer full of them. We're about to just drop them on the marketplace for you. Right? We're trying to help you out. We're trying to give you little accessories to motivate you a little bit to want to close some more. So I want to talk to you today about how to spot fake people and fake shit online, because there's tons of it. But I want to talk to you a little bit about what gave me this idea. If you're not listening to the MFCEO podcast with Andy Frisella, you should be. Man, Andy Frisella is the CEO and founder of First Form. They are a supplement company that does about 9 figures a year. Well, not about. They do over 9 figures a year in sales. And they have great supplements. They're awesome. And Andy is a no bullshit, down to earth, like he's just a cool motherfucker. And I don't know him personally. I'm just saying from the digital relationship that I have, watched him and followed him. I mean, he just seems like a real person. Well, one of his episodes last week or in the last couple of days, because I literally, he's one of the things I listen to almost every day of the week. Him and Ed Milet are 2 of my favorite people out there right now. And one of the things that I listened to, one of his podcasts, he was talking about don't count other people's money. And I think that's extremely important because we get caught up in worrying about what other people make or how we compare ourselves to others. And man, that is a surefire way to get fucked up in this world. It really is, right? Because you can't compare where you're at to somebody else because, like, for example, if I started comparing myself to Tony Robbins and Jerry Jones, who I have pictures of me and them hanging out on my wall here. I mean, Tony Robbins has been doing this for 40 years longer than I have. Right? Jerry Jones has been doing this for 120 years longer. Jerry, don't get mad at me. These guys are, Tony's probably 60, 65 years old. Jerry Jones at least 150. And so, like, these guys have a huge head start on me. So if I start counting my millions against their billions, it's a surefire recipe for disaster because they're not it's chronologically. Now, let's just take financially and everything else out. Chronologically, they're not even on the same playing field that I'm on. They've got a lot of time ahead of me. And so I can't compare myself to them because we're not in the same place. And I can't compare myself to where they were at this point in my life because that's irrelevant too because time changes, technology evolves, and so do the humans that are developing the technology and everything else. But what happens is we start counting other people's money. And this is what Andy was talking about in his podcast, is we start counting other people's money, and then we start counting it against our own money, and we start to feel inadequate. And I thought, you know what? That's a good point. I want to bring that to the Closer Nation. I highly recommend going over to the MFCEO podcast on iTunes, checking that out. And while you're there, you might as well subscribe to the Get Your Mind Right podcast too. I'm telling you, if you'll give me the first 5 minutes of your day every day, then just let me inside your brain for a minute. Just let me inside you for a minute. I will change your life. Give me 30 days of the Get Your Mind Right podcast. And it hadn't even been out 30 days yet. So give me 30 days and I will change your life. Like, this is life-changing shit. I get messages every day where people are like, dude, I never thought of it this way. This is so enlightening and everything else. So make sure you subscribe to both of those podcasts while you're over there. Now, back to the story here. I wanted to bring this to the Closer Nation because, Andy had a good point. But I want to put a little spin on it. Okay, so while you shouldn't count other people's money, because I can't compare myself to Tony made $5 billion last year. Jerry made God knows how many. He's sitting on, $10 billion worth of real estate just from the 2 stadiums that he has here locally. And God knows how much his home's worth, his jet, his helicopter. I have a friend that has parking passes where you park underneath Cowboy Stadium. So when I go to the games, I ball out. You know what I'm saying? It's like, includes the drinks, it includes the food. And plus, one of my cousins is the general manager for the food supply of the stadium. So he brings me drinks and shit like that. So I have a good old time when I go to the Cowboy games, right? Ballin' style. And thanks to my friends and family, honestly, not thanks to anything. Like, I never buy tickets. Like, I'm not that big of a sports fan. But hell, if we gonna go, we gonna do it right. And so every time when we pull up in there, not every time, but most times we pull up in there, Jerry Jones will be arriving in his helicopter. You can see his helicopter pad right next to the thing, and then there's a little escape route to get him in where not everybody bugs him and stuff like that. And I say that because you can't compare yourself to other people. But here's what we do online. Here's my spin from what Andy was talking about. And I definitely recommend getting over there and checking out that podcast. But now let's get on to what I wanted to talk about. We start comparing ourselves to other people online. We look at Tony Robbins, for example. We'll bring him back up again. Tony's got like 6 million followers on Facebook, and I'm sitting here at 170,000 or however many it is of you guys here. And I can't compare myself to Tony. I can't, because guess what? I'll start feeling inadequate, and then I won't make videos like this because I'm like, my videos don't get 100 million views like Tony. Why would I even waste my time making them? And so that's what happens with you guys, right? You see somebody say, well, my videos only get 200 or 300 views, and I want a viral video. I want to be popular. I want to be famous. I want to be, and it doesn't matter how many views you get. I had a conversation yesterday with a gentleman that their company makes $25 million a year. And they do internet marketing and coaching, something similar to me. Internet marketing and coaching, they make $25 million a year. They have 17,000 fans on their Facebook fan page. You think, and their videos get like 200 or 300 views each. You think they give a fuck how many views and how many fans they have on Facebook? Do you think they give two shits about how many people like their post on Facebook? No, they're making $25 million doing what they're supposed to do. And guess what? They do Facebook marketing. But to them, it's not about how many people like their page. It's not about how many people watch their video. It's about how many dollars they can extract from the marketplace in exchange for the value that they bring. You see, and so you can't compare yourself, because a lot of people have 1 million fans on Facebook and they get 100 million views per post that they put on there, and they don't make shit for money. I know personally, I see people all the time and I'm like, wow, this person's famous. They probably make a whole bunch of money. Now I get on the phone with them and I'm like, oh shit, you ain't got no money? But you have like 1 million followers on Facebook. How the fuck you don't have no money? Oh, I mean, let's think about this. Like all the Instagram models that like show their ass on Instagram. They ain't got no money. Sure, they might get free trips to Dubai and they might get pictures taken on some rich dude's yacht, but they ain't sitting on no bankroll. Maybe a few of them are, but the majority of them are just out there thoughting it up. You know what I'm saying? So can I get a like for that if you know that's the truth? Can I get an amen? And so the truth is, a lot of them are just out there taking pictures of their ass so that they'll get 10,000 likes, but ain't nobody paying them shit. I own a supplement company. I know how the Skinny Bunny tea and all the other shit out there works, because we're a part of that with Integrity Driven Nutrition, which, by the way, I highly recommend our multivitamin that you can get over at integritydrivennutrition.com. Shameless plug there. But so I know how the affiliate game works. You're not paying these people a tremendous amount of money, and people that are looking at your ass aren't really interested in your diet tips. You see what I'm saying? Like, I know there was an influencer that worked for us that has, you know, millions of fans online, and we were paying the guy $5,000 a month, and we were his biggest payment that he got every month. I know these things because I lived them firsthand. See, that's one thing that you'll never get from me, and that's bullshit, because I'm going to share firsthand experience with you. But here's what I do know. 2 years ago, I spoke at Funnel Hacking with Russell Brunson, and the guy that opened up for me, or I won't say he opened up for me, but the guy that went on before me was a gentleman named Sean Stevenson. If you've never seen Sean Stevenson, he's a fellow that rides around in a wheelchair, and he's got some disabilities. I wouldn't say he's disabled, because, man, he's more than able. But he's got some disadvantages in life thrown his way. And he said something, because, you know, when I speak at these events, I typically only watch the person in front of me just so I know what kind of act I'm going to have to follow. The rest of the time, I just go out and do my thing, right? And so I'm watching Sean Stevenson go out there right before me. And he said some shit that really enlightened me 2 years ago, and it stuck with me ever since. He said, and here's a guy, Sean Stevenson's probably got millions of followers online. He's very famous. He's an awesome, very enlightened dude. He's been through a lot of shit in his life, so he's got a lot of great experiences to share. Those of us that been through some shit, can I get a like if you've been through some shit in your life? There's not a lot of people watching this right now, so if you've been through some shit in your life, let me get a like from you. If you've been through some shit in your life, hit the like button, hit the love button. Let us know that you've been through some shit, because guess what? Congratulations. You made it through that shit. Right? Like those of us that been through some shit, we got some shit to share with people because we've experienced some shit. So congratulate yourself for going through some shit, because you made it through that shit. Right? And that shit made you a better person. That shit made you better. It gave you experience. It allowed you to grow. And so Sean's been through some shit. And now he gets these viral videos that get 100 million views and everything else. And guess what happens, right? He tells this story about people tell him all the time, well, I don't want to make videos. What if they don't go viral? Or what if only 2 or 3 people watch the video? Then I'll be embarrassed. And he said this, and I will never forget. He said, well, what if you heard that 2 or 3 people were in a car accident and they died. This shit would be tragic, wouldn't it? You say, what if you're worried about your video only getting 50 views, but what if 50 people were in an airplane crash and they died? This shit would be tragic, right? So the number is only relative to the incident, right? So it's got to be in context. The number is only relevant to the context. But here's the thing, though. Think about this for a second. What if 2 people watch your video, but one of those people go on to pay you $1 million a year? It could happen. You could say some magical shit. That person could become a client for life and make you a shit ton of commissions. What if 2 people watch that video and one of them decides to stick through their marriage and not get divorced and they saved half of their fortune? What if 2 people watch your video and one of those people quit smoking and they saved themselves from lung cancer? You know, the other day I had a client of mine come in here to our office for our Fly-In Friday, where I personally work with people. My team and I personally work with people once a month here with our high-end, personal coaching clients in our Push to Excellence program. And he comes in and he smells like cigarettes. And I said, man, you smoke? And he said, yeah. I said, who the fuck you know worth 8-9 figures that's smoking cigarettes? I saw a post yesterday that he put on Facebook saying, I ain't had a cigarette in 3 days. Fucking Ryan Stewman strikes again, right? What if he was just 1 or 2 people that watched that video and I saved his life from lung cancer? Right? What if when I talk about quitting the drug addictions that I've had over the years, right? What if just 1 person watched that video and they quit doing drugs and I saved them from themselves? Would that be worth making a video? What if that 1 person likes my status about not smoking weed anymore, then it changes their life? Would that be worth making that status? You see, we get caught up in the numbers. Is it the fucking numbers? But let me tell you something here, folks. Most of the numbers that you see from people online are fake as shit anyway. You can go to Fiverr and you can buy a bunch of fake followers, a bunch of fake fucking likes, and you can pay $5. Then every time you make a post on Facebook, thousands of people that are from fucking India and Bali and Russia and the Ukraine and Sao Paulo and all these other places with fake fucking, like, just fake bot crypto mining fucking bot currencies, like cryptocurrency mining bot motherfuckers just like your shit. And if you want to feel good because you got a bunch of fake motherfuckers around you, that's fine. But here's what I know. Our generation's obsessed with looking successful, but they are not obsessed with being successful. People aren't out there inventing shit to help the marketplace like closer cards. People aren't out there bringing shit to the marketplace to try to remind people of what they are, like closer clips. People aren't out there writing books to help the sales community. These are the signals of success. These are the signals of success that help people out. But so many people are obsessed with, oh, look at me, I got a bunch of likes. Man, fuck your likes. I could give a fuck if 5 people like my shit or 5 million. You know why? Because if I just affect one of those 5 people in one of my videos or one of those 5 people in one of my posts, that's what I'm put here on this earth to do, is make an effect and change inside of people's lives. And if it's 1 person at a time and that's how I got to do my job, then so be it. That's how I got to do my job. I can give a fuck if you think I'm famous. I can give a fuck if you think I'm rich. I don't have anything fancy. I'm not wearing a bunch of diamonds and fucking all sorts of shit. I'm wearing a $30 shirt, $30 pair of jeans, and I can give 2 shits what people think about me. However, I do know that I'm trying to affect people's fucking lives, right? And it's not by fake likes, because guess what happens when you attract a bunch of fake shit, right? You become a fake motherfucker. Let's just be real. If you got to live your life around having fake followers and fake fucking likes and you fake everything in life, then you just a fake motherfucker. You's a fugazi, as the fucking mob says, right? Like Donnie Brasco. He's a fucking fugazi. This is the truth, man. Who gives a fuck if you have 1 million likes or if you have 1 like? You can't be counting other people's likes. Like Andy Frisella said in his podcast, you can't be counting other people's money. You can't be counting other people's likes. I know countless internet marketers who are fake motherfuckers that people, they think they're real and they pay them money only to find out that their strategy for being successful on Facebook is go to Fiverr and buy a bunch of fake ass shit. Go take pictures, go to Toro, which is an app on your phone, and get somebody with an exotic car, go pay $500 to rent it for the day, and take pictures with that motherfucker as if you own it. And then you make friends with them and you let them borrow their car a few times a week. I have people all the time want to take pictures with my car. I say, when you get your own, you can take pictures with it. I didn't take pictures of nobody else's fucking cars until I owned them. I didn't go driving. My old neighbor, he had like 6 McLarens, 2 Lamborghinis, and 4 or 5 Ferraris. I didn't go borrow his cars or go sit in his cars and be like, just got my Lamborghini today. Why? Because I'm not a fake motherfucker. And you shouldn't be either. Because you should not be fake it till you make it. You're supposed to believe until you achieve. You see the fucking mind shift I just gave you right there? Fuck faking it till you make it. That's shit's for little fucking punk ass motherfuckers that need attention and want a trophy and participating in sports and shit like that. What you got to do is you got to believe until you achieve. You want to document my success? this, go to YouTube. Every fucking video from me being poor as fuck to where I got myself at right now has all been documented on YouTube. When I lived with my in-laws, when I lost my house, when I got released from prison, when I was working in the mortgage business, it's all right here on Facebook and it's all in fucking YouTube. Not a fucking single bit of that shit was fake or manufactured. You can fucking tell. And here's what I know. It'll be 10 years, July of this year, that I walked out of federal prison with $25 to my name. And right now I'm sitting on an 8-figure empire. I don't say that to brag, although it does fucking feel good, ladies and gentlemen, because I worked my ass off for it and I know that I deserve it. But I say that because here's what I know. Anything is possible because I did not fake shit. I talked about smoking weed every day. I talked about going to fucking prison. I talked about having a rough life. I talked about being divorced. I talked about being abused. I talked about being adopted. I talked about the fucking losses that I had in life. I talked about real shit that motherfuckers understand out there because we all go through some shit. And if you up here in some crystal fucking palace on top of some white snow-capped mountain talking about how perfect your life is with Lamborghinis and Ferraris and all this other shit, this bullshit coming from a guy that has an exotic car collection. That's mine. That's paid for. Mine. I paid for that shit. I got an extra fucking Maserati sitting in the parking garage of my office right now. Just fucking sitting there. And I don't say that to be fucking like all flashy and shit, but I'm telling you, if you fucking stop faking the shit, then you can really have the shit. But if you keep faking the shit, then there's no need to really go out and get that shit. You see, I listened to this book called Peak Performance. It's a great book. It's about athletes. And it talks about people that are in Las Vegas are not addicted to the thrill of winning. I want you to get this real quick. They're not addicted, when they're gambling, they're not addicted to winning. They're addicted to trying to win. And that's a trick from the force of average. See, the force of average tries to distract you from the actual thing you want, which is to win. And it gets you addicted to the thing that it wants you to get addicted to, which is the act of trying to win. You see, because back in the day, when we were cave people, we had to leave the cave and we had to be addicted to the hunt. Because if not, we would give up and we would die because we would starve to death because we wouldn't have hunted down food. And so people that create things like, apps on our phone and people that create all this other stuff like gambling in Vegas and online gambling and shit, they know that people don't we didn't get addicted to the thrill of the kill when we were cave people. We got addicted to the thrill of the hunt. And now psychologically that's been used against us by places like Las Vegas and everything else. And we think we're addicted, we're playing cards because we're trying to win. But no, what we're really addicted to and what we're really doing is we're chasing that win. The win doesn't fucking matter because as soon as somebody wins a bet, they just double down, they start betting again. But here's what I'm going to tell you today. Shift your mindset from being fake and the pursuit of actually being successful. Fuck that shit. Start focusing on being successful. Believe until you achieve. And now I'm going to give you a little bit of advice. Because look, some of you aren't going to listen to me. And you're not going to listen to Andy Frisella. You're still going to count other motherfuckers' money. You're still going to count other people's likes. It's going to deter you from making that post you feel like you should make. It's going to deter you from making the video that you're supposed to make. It's going to deter you from all that shit, right? So I'm just going to give you some inside game so you can go ahead and count other people's money and do the shit anyway. It's going to be bad for you, but it might be good for you at the same time. When you see somebody's post on social media and you see all the people that liked it, click on that shit. If you see a bunch of fucking blue profiles and a bunch of profiles from, if they're an American with a mostly American following and they're selling American business and you see a bunch of Russian profiles with that funny Russian writing and you see a bunch of like names from the Middle East and all this stuff, there's nothing against Russians or Middle Eastern. I'm just telling you that's where those farms where these fake bots are. Look at that shit. Look at the people that actually like them. Are they people like John Smith and Tyrone Jenkins and shit like that? Or is it Mohammed Umdali, right? Again, nothing wrong with fucking people from the Middle East. I'm not being picky, but I'm saying that's where these fake ass bots are, and that's where most of their fucking likes are coming from. I see people every day back when I first started in this game, and I said, holy shit, how the hell did this person blow up? Oh, they went to Fiverr, where you shop for likes instead of earn them motherfuckers. So listen, you see somebody with video views, click on the video views, see who all watched it. Half the time it's fake ass shit. Instagram, Facebook, people just be buying followers left and right. I'm listening to the radio station here in Dallas, K104, and they were talking about what sites they were going to buy fake followers. They were telling the people that listen to them on the radio that they bought fake followers and what sites they go to buy some fake followers. What good does that do anybody? Listen, nobody ever kept it real being fake. And nobody ever saw real success faking success. I promise that. I see people every day who are faking success, and then what happens is they're suckering other fake motherfuckers into them. So if you're attracted to a fake motherfucker, what's that say about you? I know the people that are attracted to me are real ass people. They're real ass people, right? And I think with 170,000 people, I found the only real people on the damn planet. because the rest of them are out there following fake motherfuckers, right? But here's the truth. When you get real with yourself and you get real with society, the real will show up in your life. It will become real. The things that you dream of will become real. The things that you desire will become real. The success that you want will become real. And you can get rid of all that faking it till you make it shit, because that shit doesn't matter anyway. Who are you faking? The only person you're really faking out is yourself. Because guess what those fake profiles won't do? They won't buy your shit. Fake profiles ain't going to closercards.com. Fake profiles ain't buying vitamins at integritydrivennutrition.com. Fake ass profiles ain't going to bfaentourage.com and watching the video. They ain't doing none of that shit. They're just faking fucking likes and moving the fuck on to the next fake ass motherfucker that they like shit from. It's that simple. So it does you no good. And then guess what? When you try to boost the post to the fans on your page, guess what? You're paying for fucking boosted post a bunch of fake ass motherfuckers that ain't gonna buy your shit anyway. So it's a complete waste of money. Here's what I know. The truth will set you free. The truth will be painful. The truth will be painful, and the truth will be the thing that will also run the fake away. Lord knows I've lost a lot of followers keeping it real over the years. But the truth will set you free. I had a friend of mine, asked me a couple months ago. He said, I showed him my Fitbit stats, and he said, man, how the fuck you sleep so good at night? So I go to sleep with a clear conscience, my friend. I work my ass off every day, and I sleep good knowing that I don't have anything to hide. Not too long ago, guy that owes me a tremendous amount of money, fake ass dude, that owes me a bunch of money that he still hadn't paid, pulled my police record and started mailing it around to everybody that was in his little fake ass bitch made circle. And you know what? All those guys started posting my fucking police record online and shit like that. And you know what the real motherfucker said? Well, if you just read his book, you read all that shit anyway. If you just read his book, you know that he already said that shit anyway, because ain't nobody keep it real harder than me. Because I got nothing to hide. I don't have time to hide shit. I don't have time to fake shit. I don't have time to lie about shit. And the biggest fear that I got on this planet, because I'm not scared of very many things. I've been in some hellhole prisons, right? I've been in some fucking shithole positions. I've been fucking broke. I've been poor. I've been dumped. I've been divorced. I've been abused. I've had my ass whipped. Anything you fucking name. I've been drug addicted. I've been all that homeless. I've been all that shit. So I'm not really scared of any of that shit because I made it through that shit. And I got experience to go back and do that shit again if I had to. But here's what I know, is that if I lost it all today, I could get it all back. But here's what I know. If I just keep it real, and I got nothing to hide. I don't have to hide shit. I don't worry about shit. And the people that don't like the fact that I keep it real, they ain't got to be in my life either. And the same thing for you. I'm not telling you to run people off. I'm not telling you to piss people off, right? One of my core values is don't be an asshole first. You can be an asshole, just don't be an asshole first. If someone's an asshole to you, by all means, return the favor. But one of my core values, that's one of my core values. But one of the things that I understand on this planet is that you don't have to fucking lie to shield other people's feelings, right? If someone has you upset, if someone has you in a position you don't want to be in, set a fucking boundary with them. Get rid of that attachment and set a boundary with them. Don't let fake motherfuckers keep you from pursuing your real dreams. Don't let fake motherfuckers keep you from doing the thing that you're supposed to do. Make that post, make that video, share that thought. You know, I teach my clients something called the E3 method. Right? That's have an experience, extract the lesson from it, and then exponentially share that shit throughout your social media. Right? We all have experiences every day, and we think, man, I wonder if I shared that, would people give a damn about it? But then we say, well, what if it only gets 2 likes and I look like a fool for sharing it? Like, who gives a fuck? What if one of those 2 likes, you change that motherfucker's life? What if one of those 2 likes goes on to live happily ever after with a fucking wife and kids, and they fucking get their shit together? You got to stop thinking small. You got to stop thinking about popularity, and you got to start thinking about impact. And once you make that mind shift from popularity to impact, your life will get real. The things that you desire will get real. The shit that you want will manifest in your life, because guess what? You're not living some fake life. You're not chasing some fake shit. You've gotten real. So here's what I want you to do today. Besides going to closercards.com, I've got a video for you over at bfaentourage.com. Look, there's nothing for sale there. Absolutely nothing for sale. And I want you to watch the video. It's going to teach you some mindset stuff that's going to help you in life. Teach you some marketing and sales stuff too, but mainly some mindset stuff that'll help you get your life right. Go over to bfaentourage.com and listen, forget fugazi motherfuckers. Forget people that got millions of likes. Who cares? Who cares if Tony Robbins has more likes than me? Who cares if Jerry Jones has more money than me? I'm not Tony Robbins or Jerry Jones. I'm Ryan motherfucking Stewman, and I'm worried about the fuck I'm doing on this life. And whether this thing has 30 viewers right now or whether it has 30 million does not matter, because I can tell if I just impact one person, then I'm doing my job. And if my job 365 days a year is to impact one person a day, well, guess what? In 10 years, I'll affect 3,600 people, and that's better than none. I need you to start getting your mind right and think about the same things. So I've got a video for you over at bfaentourage.com. And yes, that's it, bfaentourage.com, Samir. Enjoy the video over there. It'll help you with your mindset, talk to you this thing that I've been teaching called the force of average. And in those of you that are going to Frank Kern's event next week, I'll see you in California. Until next time, Ryan motherfucking Stewman, who don't give a fuck about being popular, is out this bitch.